Alright, so this weekend is supposed to be something crazy. Now, the U.S. is talking about sending a spokesperson to Taiwan to talk about training their troops, giving them military support, possibly weapons, knowing the U.S., they'll put a base out there. Now, this finally got China to give a response, and Biden was waiting and waiting and waiting on any response from China in a negative way, and now he got it. China's answer was, if you do so, they're taking that as a threat. They're taking that as an act of possible war, and who knows what they're gonna do. They've been prepping. Okay, China's been prepping. So it looks a lot like the US was just pushing and shoving. Didn't do much preparing. But if you take the time to check a few things out, the US is pretty self-sufficient with their resources, hence why you don't see meat on the shelves. They want you to eat the meatless meat. They can make that in abundance right now. The crops aren't doing so good, but the fake ones you can make in abundance right now. So everything Americans eat is artificial for the most part. There are healthy people, there are people who grow their own stuff. You guys are winners. If you know what you're doing, you should be fine. Now, I wish I was you right now. If shit hit the fan for me right now over the weekend, I'm eating out of cans, ramen noodles, rice, but again, I took the time to make sure I have all that shit for at least a year. I still would have to survive weather. Now look at the weather. Weather's been outrageous. You can't call it. It's gonna be nice, raining. It's supposed to be good now. The weather should be getting fine where I live, but it isn't. So today looks like it's beautiful. Go outside, yeah. Tomorrow, what's it gonna be like? 40, 30 again? It's nuts. Now, what I think is going to happen, the U.S. is definitely going to send whoever to fucking Taiwan. We're gonna give them whatever to piss China off. So it's gonna happen. And World War III is going to involve a lot of long-term damage on a planetary level. Nukes aren't gonna fly this year. It's gonna be more so disruption attacks, cyber attacks, but not on a scale of who's hacking whose bank account. Countries are gonna suffer blackouts. Countries are gonna lose communication. Trade is already fucked up. So it's on its way. Shit didn't hit the fan per se for everybody, but shit is hitting the fan right now in places. Haiti is fucking bananas. It's on fire. Nobody's leading the country. It's just fucking, the gangs are doing whatever they want. Now, that's not the only country that's like that. That just, to me, I've been reading on that one because I have a lot of Haitian friends and they were telling me, so I was like, what do you mean? You used to go over there all the time. They don't even want to go over there and see family members because they might get mistaken for a gang member if they have a tattoo. It's just rough in other countries. And our country is not too far off here in the U.S. A lot of people are worried to the extent of the government losing in a war. I don't see us losing in the war. Even if World War III started today, I don't think the U.S. would lose. I don't think NATO will fall or crumble or whatever. I believe that there is enough support on our military side, enough power, enough capabilities, maybe not the best leaders, but enough good soldiers to get the job done. And it will take a long time. It will be years, possibly a decade. That's where you need skills. Could you imagine the next 10 years of your life not going by your daily routine? Could you imagine not having to work but having to get wood for heat, having to make sure your shelter is fine because there's no repairman? Learn medical aspects of life so you can take care of your family. If somebody gets cut, you don't have to worry about dying from a simple bacterial infection. It's gonna get crazy if you watch any post-apocalyptic movie. It doesn't take long for the neighbors to start looking for some supplies, or it doesn't take long for the crazies, the psychotics, zombies, if you will, to come out of the woodworks and really try to just cause chaos. No plan, just running around being foolish. Look at New York as a whole right now. It's already halfway there with the fucking teenage gangs. I mean, you can't even walk through certain places of the city without getting harassed. Now, it was always like that, but by 12-year-olds, I mean, when I was 12, I wasn't worried about who was packing heat. No, nothing like that. It was fights, but it wasn't who's getting shot in the face or who's doing drive-bys. Now you got 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds becoming murderers because they think that's how they're gonna survive in the long run. Where's the leaders? Worried about other things. The resource war is in full effect, and World War III can possibly start now this weekend. Ask yourself, did I at least do enough to prepare myself if the lights went out right now? If not, do some research, watch some videos. There's a lot of helpful characters out there. If you take the time to watch my video, check out Bear Independent, check out Angry Prepper, subscribe to them, watch their stuff. I base most of my preps on all of their videos, and I might not think like them, or I definitely don't have the skill sets on their level yet. I mean, these are long-term preppers. I'm 2 years. I've been trying to get right, but you know, a lot of it is just try to grab one person and have them prepped, and always keep a positive mindset while doing it, because for all we know, everything could blew over 1,000 times in the past, but sometimes it didn't. Sometimes it didn't blow over and shit got bad, and you just gotta be ready for it. That's the civil unrest side to it. But another reason for preparedness, a natural disaster can happen whenever, wherever, and look at the weather now in 2022. Do you trust it? Come on. I mean, everybody fucking with it, trying to make weather machines and shit. Am I wrong?